crossing. So if there is a stop sign, do we need to stop? Or
Sorry, what do you mean?
yeah,
Can you repeat the question?
yeah, when there is no one is walking, yeah, in front of us. So do we have to stop there or no? Even there is a stop sign.
Yes. Even if there is no cars or pedestrians, you still have to stop. That's the idea. Yeah. Okay, it seems that people could not join immediately to the live stream. Sorry. So now you can see me, right? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I hope the previous stuff that we talked about you can check later in the recording somehow. If not, just let me know. I will send you maybe the recording from some other meeting, and you will check this first part, because we just passed 5 slides in general, even 4 slides. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry for this issue. Okay, we can continue with the stop sign. So that's the main part, like about stop sign and priority, like signs in general. So we need to understand the difference between stopping in front of the line, or in front of the sign, or in front of the edge of the road, or carriageway crossing, I can say. So one of the times I remember I explained you why we need to understand the carriageway crossing borders and stuff. The idea was, if you remember, that if we have a stop sign and we don't have any stop lines, we need to stop on the edge like this car do. So that's the edge of the carriageway crossing, right? Here. So these are the borders. So we stop just in front of the border if we don't have stop line. If we have stop line, then obviously we just stop in front of the stop line. I would like to show you one place, maybe, so just to make it more clear. Obviously exam place. Okay, where's maps? So if we go out here to one place over yeah, here. It's like highway driving, and after that they can check small place with this stop sign over here. So you can see that stop sign is over here. So some people think that they have to stop in front of the sign. So obviously if you stop in front of it, you don't see anything, because bushes and trees, everything is covering the vision for you, to the left and to the right. And that's why this rule exists. So in that case, if we don't have a stop line also here, so I can go right over here and stop in front of this edge, as I say, or maybe this place is even better, like this. So I stop here, and then I have better vision to check left and right, and if no car's coming, I can continue my driving. So this is how it looks like.
And it's okay that it's after the stop sign.
Yes, that's the idea. So stop sign even can be maybe like 10 meters before the crossroad, which is quite far, I know, but you don't have to stop in front of it. So these two situations now you can see, and I hope you understand it. So if you're on the crossroad, you have a crossroad, you stop in front of the stop line or in front of the carriageway crossing in its absence. And third rule, we can remember that if there is no other, if it's any other situation, like pedestrian crossing, railway crossing maybe, sidewalk, cycle road, and you see a stop sign, in that case only, you have to stop in front of the stop sign. Yeah?
You said in railways and what else?
Like pedestrian crossings, railways, cycle roads, sidewalks, anything else basically, except these two situations I just described before. Like here, so we have a cycle road. So this sign, stop sign, is actually not for the crossroad. This sign is for the cycle road. So it's saying you are crossing the cycle road. Please stop here and check and give way. So in that case, we have to stop in front of the sign. Okay. The same here. So it's kind of exit from parking area or driving inside of this parking area. It's not crossroad, obviously, in that case. So anytime you stop somewhere in the parking area, you still have to stop in front of the sign also, because it's not a crossroad. So remember, the previous two things I explained in the beginning, they are related only with the crossroads. This place is how we used to say is intersection. So it's not considered as a crossroad. If everybody has the stop signs on every road, so in that case, right-hand rule applies. So as soon as we have the same priority, right-hand rule applies, right? If everybody have a main road, so it's not possible in real life, but still, imagine if everybody have a main road sign, right-hand rule applies. And the same with giveaway sign. If they all have giveaway sign, then right-hand rule applies. So by the way, this is the sign for the right-hand rule. So previously, maybe we discussed it, and it was Allah sign, like area, if you remember. So area sign, yes, it's a little bit different thing, because area means that all crossroads in that area have right-hand rule. But in that case, we have separate sign, this triangle. It's warning sign, by the way. And if you see the same sign in front of the crossroad, it means particularly only on this crossroad, right-hand rule applies. So this is how it looks like. That's also an interesting situation if you see this sign. They are very not so common, let's say. Priority for oncoming traffic and priority over incoming traffic. So as soon as you see this sign, it means that oncoming lane has priority. You see, oncoming black lane and your lane is red. So red means cannot go. And the same logic here. So you have to imagine that you are in the white white arrow. You have priority, but the red line is oncoming, so you cannot go. So they cannot go, sorry, oncoming traffic. So it means you have priority. where we can see this sign. For example, if we have some construction work on the road. So you see, I have priority in that case. If I drive this gray car, I can go, and these guys, they have to give me away. And I see, okay, they have red line, I have white, so I have priority.
So
Here,
these two signs go together
yeah,
in opposite
and opposites, yes.
sides of the street.
They're opposite symmetrical, we can say. We have also one place on the exam road, by the way, like this. So here, mostly these signs are used for narrow places like this. So it's bridge, and it's quite narrow bridge actually. And if you see some bus coming over here, so you and the bus will not fit there definitely. It's too narrow, and that's why you have to stop and give him a way to pass this narrow place first. You also might ask, like, in that case, where it's better to stop. So I can recommend you to stop just in front of the sign. But there is no particular place for stopping described in the Traffic Act, unfortunately. So I think the better way is to stop in front of the sign. And here also construction works, and I made these pictures from both sides, as you might understand. From this side and the opposite side over there, you can see this sign. And they are both temporary signs, by the way, because they have this removable base. And also this one is yellow. This one is not, because it will be hard to, like, I think it will be hard to manage this sign with yellow lights, but still. Yellow car, sorry.
Is there any difference between this yellow and blue color?
The only difference is that this they are both, they are both temporary signs, right?
Yeah.
But in some reason, like traffic regulators, they don't put yellow car here, so I can say there is no difference. They are still the same. They have the same meaning anyway. Purpose, yes, the same purpose. Okay, so these signs are clear in that case for you? Okay. So now we can talk about prohibitory signs. These signs are valid only on the road on which they are installed. For example, speed limit sign is also prohibitory sign actually. So if you are driving, if you have a 70 sign, so in that case it means you have to drive 70. It means you cannot be below that or above that. So you can be above the speed limit only in the case of bad weather conditions, for example, or limited like visibility, as we talked before. So only in these conditions. Or slippery road, for example, sometimes, even because of rain or ice. Yeah, I mean, like now, weather is quite perfect, but it still can be slippery road because it's minus sometimes outside, right? Especially at night. So this is the things you also think you should consider. So on the exam, if you like decide to go slower, you have to explain why you do that, because you always need to have reason. If you don't have any reason, you have to go with 70. It's okay if you do like 72 or 68, like this small difference between height. It's not a problem. One more thing to consider here, as we already know, so signs are valid only on the road they are installed. So if you are outside of the build-up area, like on this picture, you can see, so we are exiting the city, and we continue driving straight. It's 70, but as soon as we turn left, it's another road, and this 90, so this 70 is not valid anymore. On another road, you can drive by default 90. So 90 is default speed on the outside of the build-up areas on the highways. You understand the logic here? Okay. Maybe we can see and check some place for this here. Yeah. So we drive 70, you see the sign. We're out of the build-up area. I continue driving 70. But as soon as I turn left or right, it's another road. It's not related with 70 anymore. So I can go 90 here or here. Of course, if road condition is okay. If you have gravel road, maybe it will be quite difficult to drive 90 there. Unless you have an off-road car. So, and this is how it works. It's not the same thing like crossroad cancellation speed limit. You remember we talked about that last times? So we talked about driving in the city, and crossroad, we know that crossroad cancel the speed limit in the city. And after that, by default, you can drive 50. So it's not the same thing, right? Because if you go straight, you pass a crossroad, but you still go 70. So we consider that you enter a new road. So it's a little bit different rule in that case. And talking about prohibitory signs more in detail. So last time I also showed you some on the first lesson I showed you some thing related with that. We talked about vehicles and motor vehicles, power-driven vehicles, you remember. So as soon as we have this sign, it means that this area is closed for all vehicles. So even bicycle or scooter cannot enter here. These are different combinations. It's still the same, but they have some additional terms, let's say. If you have this errate, it means you're entering the private road. And that's why it's prohibited to drive on the private road unless you have some permission. So it's not open for public use. Here, also private road, but this, how to say, this sentence means that only guests can enter this road. The last one, you can drive in that area, basically, but only it's on your own responsibility as soon as you enter this road. So if you will have any accident in this road or something happens with your car, for example, insurance will not cover the damage, for example, or the owner of this road will not be responsible for anything that happens on this road. You can find the signs on some dangerous road places, for example, I don't know, somewhere in mountains, or if the road condition is very, very bad and you can break your car on this road. So usually you can see the signs in this kind of areas.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between 311B and 311C?
311B and 311C. So here it's totally prohibited to drive here. So I think only the owner can drive, or some relatives and stuff like that. But here, any person who is invited can use this road. So if you have some special certificate that allows you to use this area, okay. So any person can drive there who has this certificate, basically. I think that's the main difference.
I have a question.
Yes.
So let's say, for example, this kind of sign comes up in the exam.
Uh-huh.
We need to know the numbers, or we need to know the meaning. Or like
The meaning.
Or the meaning.
Yes, no numbers.
Not the number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Numbers are just taken for example, to make the explanation easier.
Or these signs are global or local?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Estonia global.
Yeah, in Europe they're quite. Basically, you can see them everywhere in Europe. But I know in some.
Different language.
Huh?
Maybe in a different language.
In different language, yeah. I know this sign in some countries in Europe has different meaning, by the way.
Okay.
But I was when I was driving there, I just was thinking what exactly it means, but I didn't find any info. In Poland, yeah, I think in Poland this sign has different meaning, but I don't remember what was the meaning. So, but in general, yeah, mostly signs are the same and global, yeah. Regarding the U.S. or Russia or some Middle East countries, I'm not sure, to be honest. Yeah, this is how it looks like in real life. So here we have some additional information about that. We're going to talk later. But yeah, you see the sign, it means you cannot go that way. Don't ask me why we have a lot of cars here. Still. I want you to explain it later. It's because there's additional information over here.
Okay.
I will explain you later about that. Okay?
Give you timing.
Mm-hmm. In the chat we have a question like, does the first sign also means no bicycle? Yeah, all vehicles. All vehicles are not allowed there. So like bicycles, scooters, this Bolt scooters also, like anything is not allowed. Only pedestrians can go there. Then we have this kind of no entry for any power-driven vehicle. So in that case, only power-driven vehicles cannot enter that, but not power-driven vehicles can enter it. So casual vehicles like bicycles, self-balancing vehicles, and scooters, and everything. Then here comes some information regarding the maximum gross weight and stuff, right? So it's more like this information is more important for truck drivers, obviously, but still on the tests, they still ask it even if you making the B category tests, like exam. So what's important? Usually, if we have a number inside, so it means that no trucks allowed over this maximum gross weight 8 tons. But sometimes, if there is no number inside, it means no trucks allowed at all, or buses are not allowed at all, or in that case, motorcycles, snowmobiles, and so on and so on and so on.
Okay, let's say for example the bus sign is there,
Uh-huh.
but that means normal vehicle can enter.
Normal vehicle can enter, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This just the combination of different restrictions. It's an old city, an old town. So even for bicycles, there's no entrance. Yeah, for powered-in vehicles also, and some additional information related with that. Do you remember what this means?
No parking, no standing.
No,
No
no,
parking.
only no parking. Yeah.
The no parking and standing is the one with the X.
X, yeah. So fully cannot stop or do something.
Well, in this case, yeah, it says no parking.
Yeah.
So that means okay, other cars cannot park, like trucks or buses. They can pass here, but they can't park here.
Yeah, because if do you understand someone of you Estonian? No.
Anybody?
Not okay, yeah. So it's saying välja arvatud mootorsõidukite sissesõit ja laadimine. It means it's except the cars who enter for loading some goods.
Okay, that's like trucks and stuff.
Yeah, ja erilubadega. It means specific license, like sorry, not license. Permission. Yeah, permission.
Okay.
And also you can see timing when it's allowed.
Okay.
So too much information sometimes. Yeah, in that case you just need to know some basic words in Estonian also, because this välja arvatud, it's like the main thing you will see all the time on the road. It means accept.
Except.
Yeah, accept something or somebody.
Was the bike or was except what for the bike?
If except if they are like not wider than 0.8 meters.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you know? Maybe the one for the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can keep it in mind, it will be useful. You can maybe there are some other direct translation. Okay, except for, but still accept, yeah.
It's quite confusing that, you know, it means not allowed, but it doesn't have like a cross. It just has the car or the truck or the bicycle.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But that the only thing you should yeah, I understand what I mean. It as soon as you see red circle, it's something is not allowed here. That's it. Like this. So again, we have some additional panel also. So trucks which gross weight is more than 8 tons are not allowed to drive somewhere after 50 meters. So here they can cross, but after 50 meters they cannot cross anymore.
But maybe when you get to that place, maybe there will be a different sign.
The same sign, but without 50 meters,
Not
obviously.
50 meters.
Yeah.
But if it's the same sign, that means they can't cross.
Uh,
Maybe the sign without the number.
if it's going to be with the number inside, I mean.
Yeah,
No,
let's-
number
let's
is
say
still
that-
will be the same.
Let's say, for example, this truck passes
Uh-huh.
and it gets to that 50 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when it gets to that 50 meters?
Sorry, can you repeat the last
Like-
question?
Okay, for this truck now, the instruction says that it can pass,
Uh-huh.
but it can only pass like the distance it can only go is 50 meters, right?
No, no, no.
we can.
After 50 meters, there will be like total prohibition to go somewhere else.
Yeah, there will be total prohibition. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, after 50 meters.
After 50 meters. Okay,
Yes.
great.
He is allowed to drive up to 50 meter.
Next 50 meters he can drive,
Yeah.
but after that, no.
No more.
No
so
more.
It's just going to stay there.
Yeah, or make U-turn.
Take
Or
a
make
turn
you turn.
or-
Or make it. Okay. Now I understand. Okay.
Yeah, or choose another way. Like to if it's not allowed to go straight, then you have to go left or right,
Right.
or make U-turn.
So there might be like a different sign there, maybe.
Um,
Telling you not to go straight.
it will be the same. So if you go straight, you will see the same sign like this.
Yeah.
So it means at this point you cannot drive anymore straight. You cannot cross the sign.
Yeah. Okay.
And 50 meters will be missing there, obviously, because you already passed this
Yeah,
50
you
meters.
passed it.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have no entry for tractors, entry for road trains. Road train, you remember, it's like CE category or DE category, like bus plus trailer, truck plus trailer. So this we call road trains. Not railway train, but road train. Because some trucks are even carrying 2 trailers. It's like real train, looks like. Animal drone vehicles like horses and with this trailer. I don't know the name of that. And the most popular sign, actually, even sometimes you can meet it on a test: no entry for vehicles carrying dangerous goods, like explosive goods, flammable, like nuclear goods, anything. You cannot drive in that area as soon as you see the sign, and if you are carrying some of these dangerous goods. No entry for cycles, and no entry for mopeds. By the way, it's almost the same with the no entry for motorcycles, if you remember. Here. But no entry for motorcycles is having a person on it, on the picture. But moped is not having a person. So this is how you can remember that. Yeah. No riders on horseback, no entry for pedestrians. This sign also sometimes you can find. So pedestrians cannot use this area. I will show you. Let's say you are on the highway walking, so sometimes there is no sidewalks, right? Somewhere in the country, a long way from the capital or other cities. And you can find a sign, so don't walk here. Yeah, it's not allowed because it's very narrow and dangerous. So use the other side because it's wider. So that's the logic. And here are the same. So no pedestrians here, only because it's quite narrow here, and you see it's like sharp turn with limited visibility, so a driver just can simply miss you. As soon as you turn, you always have limited visibility, by the way, because you have to look not straight, you have to look through other mirrors. Yeah, it's a little bit different thing. And that's why if you want to go that way, it's better to use the left side. Then drivers at least can see you on the left mirror, window. And it seems they have more space there to walk anyway. Okay, so now no entry sign. We have two types of them, by the way. Why this one is kind of ellipse shape? What do you think about that? Okay, later I will show you. The same signs. Sometimes they have additional information. For example, here, no entry for studying cars, learner's cars. So if you are a student driving with teacher or supervisor, you cannot enter that area because you will be slow, like thinking a lot about something, and it will disturb other clients who want to be on that shop, for example. Also, no entry except something. So except Lidimis, yeah, it means for loading goods also. Loading goods. So obviously only trucks can enter here to load something. It's kind of warehouse. And that's why we have ellipse-shaped no entry signs. So it's like 180 degrees. You can see it from almost every point. If you want to drive from here, you will see it from straight or from right, from any direction.
And if you can't enter there, maybe you can come out.
We only can come out there.
No entry to the right, yeah?
No entry, yeah, because of this sign.
But they seem like a one-way road.
Yeah, I just said, for example, if you go from here. Yeah, of course, actually it's one way, so you can go only straight, yeah. Again, so maybe you can explain me this, considering the information here.
No entry for this truck.
For trucks?
For 100 meters
They
it
can
can
enter
go.
only for 100 meters.
Yes. After 100 meters, you will see the same sign, but without 100 meters.
100 meters.
It's flashing over there somewhere.
My question now is, only the truck can enter.
No, it's no entry for trucks
For trucks, but
after 100 meters.
other cars can enter.
Yes. Yeah.
So that means for now, the truck can enter until it gets to 100, then it can go somewhere else.
Yeah. So next 100 meters, truck still can go, but after 100 meters, no. He has to go some other way. Okay, one student is texting. So we need to carry Google Translate always, since most of the signs are written in Estonian. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Or you can learn a bit Estonian, which is more difficult.
Yeah.
Mostly no entry signs are used for showing you that this way is oncoming way. For example, here it's oncoming traffic, so no entry sign in case of that. So we can go only left or straight or right. But straight here you cannot go. Like this. So yeah, you can go here. It's like circling in that case. So you can go over there and exit from here. Yeah. But in that way.
If the stop sign was in the middle, it would mean that it applies on both sides, yeah?
You mean no entry sign?
Yeah. If it was in the middle,
In the middle here.
yes, it would mean no entry from either side.
You see, it always should be
On the side.
on the right side.
On the right side or the left side.
Oh, right. Okay.
On the right side. So if you go here, you will see on the right side this sign. You cannot. If they want you not to go here, then they put one more on the right side.
You would have to.
Yes. Yeah. If it's in the middle, then I don't know, like it still will be related only with this road. Because you always try to look on your right side when you are driving on the signs. No left and no right turns, for example. This one we know that it's valid applies until the first carriageway crossing. Talking about carriageways once again, how we can easily count it here. In the middle we have two carriageways, right? Two carriageways. And only one big carriageway crossing them. So obviously we can easily count it. It's going to be two. Only two carriageway crossings here, right?
And if it's without the
If it's without dividing strip,
dividing strips,
then it's only one carriageway crossing, yeah.
And that it was confusing in the
Test, yeah.
the last test.
Yeah. So as soon as we have two of them, this sign is applies only on the first carriageway crossing. On the second, it doesn't apply anymore. So you can go left here. Here you cannot.
Well, if there's no carriageway at all, if there's no dividing strips, and there is this sign, that means you can't go left.
It means you totally cannot go left, yes. So if you have only one carriageway crossing on the crossroad, yeah, in that case, and you have the sign, it means you can not go left at all, only straight and right. Can you make a U-turn if you have this sign, by the way?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Yeah.
You can make a U-turn, yeah, that's true. The reason is that it's not prohibited to make a U-turn. You remember? So if something, if it's not prohibited, then it's allowed.
You mean in here, this black car can turn
U-turn, yes.
Yeah.
Go back. Yeah.
If there is not the sign of you cancel, then
Yeah, if you see sign no U-turn, then of course you cannot make U-turn. Like this.
Well, it says this no U-turn. Then what about the 100 meter?
After 100 meter, you cannot make U-turn. there will be a crossroad.
There will be a crossroad that you cannot make a
Yes.
got it. So they're just telling you in advance.
Yes, yes. And it's actually more comfortable when you have some signs in advance because sometimes they are too late, you know. Can you go left in that case? If you see this sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
If there's no sign about it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So in that case you can also go left. But no U-turn. Some different government controls like customs, police, and they're telling you to stop on some point. Maybe they will have stop line, so you have to stop on that stop line or where the officer will tell you to stop, and it can be checked. Usually, most of the times we can see the signs on the border controls, like custom controls. This one, yes. These ones are also mostly for truck drivers. Here we just we'll try quickly to observe it. Like no entry for vehicles exceeding 7 tons laden mass. Yeah, laden mass. So maybe if you carry like trailer with you, the big trailer on your car. So if it still exceeds 7 tons, it means you also cannot go. Not only truck, obviously. Then mass that let's say every car has axle, right? Axle is if we take casual car, we have one axle in front and one axle behind, yeah, with 2 wheels. Trucks, they have more axles, sometimes 5, 6, 7, you know, and that's why they have the specific rule, like on one axle cannot exceed this kind of mass on this axle, or combination of axles. Then what else is important if you have a big car and you are going to buy it? So these signs are still important for you. The height cannot be more than this number, the width cannot be more than this number, and the length of the car cannot be more than this number. Let's say casual length of the car is around 5-6 meters. Width of the car is around like 2.5 or 3 meters. And the height of the car depends, yeah, if it's a SUV or not, or sport car. So these kind of things we should consider. And again, we're talking about the speed limit. So you can see this kind of having a black background. It's because some signs they are having they are digital in general. So the speed limit on the sign can be changed permanently in any moment they need it. For example, road becomes slippery or we have accident, they can change it to 50, which is quite good, yeah. And these times they're just keep telling you like some important information, like road is icy, keep the distance. This sign means that maybe we have an accident in front or construction works and stuff like that. Yeah. And as I told in the beginning, regarding the speed limit, because some guys in the chat also missed that, I guess. If we have 90, we have to go 90. We cannot go above or below.
Huh? You can't go below?
No.
Not even 70?
No.
You have to go
Especially 70.
Wow.
It's too slow.
Why are they in a hurry?
Because this is a highway.
I didn't say anyway, but why do I have to go 90?
It's weird because in some points, but in general it makes sense because if most of the people they want to go 90 still, and if you have only one lane in one direction, you will be driving 70, so people behind will be hating you like a lot. Yeah, they will be like in that case you disturb the traffic, so it's like breaking of the rules. Yeah. If we talk about big highways, of course, it's manageable. even not highways, even city driving. So it's manageable if you have a lot of lanes, because you can drive in the rightmost lane somewhere away. You can drive like slowly, so people can overtake you easily. So you should consider that.
So question.
Yes.
Let's say a road is like the maximum is 50.
Yes.
So does that mean you have to drive that 50
Yes.
on every stop?
Yeah.
You have to drive according to what the road says.
So
According to what the sign says.
yes. So if it's 50, then always 50.
Okay.
As I said also in the beginning, you can drive with a slower speed, like 40 or 30, for example, only if road conditions are not allowing you to go 50. For example, it's slippery, foggy, visibility, bad visibility, limited visibility, anything. Or like maybe you feel bad yourself, so something like that. In that case, you just need to find a place where you can stop and have a rest, for example. So you need to have a reason. So if we talk about the exam, if you want to drive slowly, you have to find a reason to drive slowly. You have to tell this reason. If there is no reason to drive slowly, you have to drive with the maximum allowed speed. Yes. Then some other prohibitory signs. Overtaking prohibited. And overtaking by like trucks cannot overtake, or some trailers also. Two different signs, but they're still the same meaning. But here should be. Okay, we'll talk about this exception later. Then, shortest separation distance between cars when driving. 70 meters, for example. Here it's 250 between cars. So you cannot be closer to other car. And the use of audible warning device prohibited. It can be in some calm traffic area or residential area.
I have a question.
Yes.
How do you actually measure whether it's 70 centimeters or?
Only by eye.
Approximately.
I'm terrible with measurements, so.
Is there a way to calculate it somehow? Because like
Yes,
inside
actually.
the vehicle, you cannot really tell.
We have
It's all quite approximate anyway.
Out of the window.
It's quite approximate, yeah. Anyway, anyone will not start counting the meters you have between cars anyway.
You just have to be like give the distance.
Sorry?
You just have to like just give distance.
Yes. But if we talk about how to, there are a few things like methods maybe to how to calculate this distance. Is if we drive on the road and you have pillars, you know, on the road. Here, let's take any road. Okay, let's take this road. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. So here I am. If we have pillars like this, so usually in average they have 25 meters between them. So you can calculate that between this pillar and this is 50 meters around. For example, one of the options. Another options, some cars, actually most of the cars, they have odometer, which shows you how many meters you passed, right? And some cars also have specific odometer for different trips. So you just put it to the 0, start driving, and it calculating how much you, for example, have been driving today. This kind of system every car has actually. And according to this, you can, I hope I will explain that. So according to this odometer thing, you can calculate the distance between car. So as soon as you see some car in front, let's take this car, yeah. Let's imagine this will be the starting point to start measuring the distance for us. So this pillar. So as soon as this car passed the pillar, you can push the odometer on from 0, and until you reach this pillar, this one, you can stop calculating and you will see the distance on this odometer. So it will be 50, 70 or 80 meters. It's quite a hard mechanism to calculate that, so I think it's better to calculate approximately. But yeah, you can use this method also if it seems logical for you. It's better to show it, I think, because to explain it maybe it's quite hard. Okay, I hope so. In my case, I usually, if in my way of thinking, when I'm trying to calculate some distance, I'm just imagining some other objects that I know they exactly 25 meters. For example, any swimming pool. So I know that it's 25 meters. I've been swimming a lot in swimming pools, and approximately, okay, I know this distance is the swimming pool. It means 25 meters, for example. So 2 swimming pools or 3 swimming pools, it will be like 75 meters in my case. So you also use this kind of not imagination, but
By comparison.
yeah, comparison, yeah. Some kind of these things. Okay. Now, no parking, no standing sign, right? So this is no standing, no parking. This one is only no parking, so it's allowed to make standing.
So they're trying to tell you that if you park or stand, they will tow your car.
Sorry?
Like the other sign, like if
Ah.
you park or you stand, they will tow your car.
Yeah. These signs are also related with only the side of the road they put on. So in that case, you can see that it's only on the left side not allowed to stand and park, but on the right side you still can do that, obviously. And different terms on different sides. So here only taxis cannot park. For example, you see, no parking, no standing for taxis. On the right side, everybody cannot park and stand. Here, I suppose casual cars cannot park and stand. Only taxis can. You can see on the cars. So they divide this to make it more easier for people. Yeah, clear? Also, for standing and parking, we have sometimes road markings. They are yellow, but don't mix these lines with temporary lines, because these lines, they are only on the shoulder or on the stone border. So if it's solid on the stone border, it means no standing, no parking. If it's breakable line, no parking only. So you can stand there.
So maybe the sign might not be there, but this road marking is there.
Yeah. So even if there is no road sign, but still road marking, you still have to follow this rule according to the road marking. All good?
It's yellow.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just tired of being sitting today.
And it's yellow.
Yeah. We can, I don't know, maybe we can make a small break if you want.
That would be good.
Okay. Let's make it for maybe a few minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Small break. Anyway, I have a question in the chat. Do you mean waiting parking? Yeah, so there are 2 things related with this parking and standing. So standing and parking, there are 2 different things. If you had time to check the previous lesson, we also discussed that, the difference. Have you checked it? You remember What's the difference between standing and parking?
Standing is when we put the lights,
Oh yeah,
the
it's
intermittent
the alarm.
lights, or maybe if you're, I don't know, picking up something from a shop or like
Yeah,
that.
so it's related with the process. Yeah,
Yes.
like picking up or dropping someone.
Something like that.
Then it's standing. But if as long as you some other thing except dropping passengers or picking up passengers, for example, then it's in that case it's parking. Parking, yeah.
But I guess if you're inside the car and waiting, that's by default standing.
If you're waiting for some passenger, then it's parking.
I mean, I might be waiting for 1 hour, but if I'm inside, still standing.
It doesn't matter if you're inside or not.
Because it means I can move it.
Anyway, that
Okay.
it's only related with picking up someone or dropping something, like loading something. Sorry. So if you have constantly entering and exiting your car like this, back in there, so it means you're standing, yeah, because you are doing some process with passengers or goods. But if you just sit and chill and something is not related with the process of loading or passenger seatings,
When I'm parked.
then you're parked anyway. Doesn't matter if you can move quickly somewhere, because everybody do that, and after that they get a penalty. That's the idea. Okay, a few more minutes and I will be right back. Welcome. Okay. Some signs they're also having this additional panels. They're showing you the direction where the sign applies. For example, if you see this sign combination, it means before that you cannot stand and park. So after that you can do that. And before and after, or if you have simple sign without anything, it means after, obviously, by default. So, by the way, talking about this sign, it's also cancels on the first carriageway crossing. Not crossroad, but carriageway crossing, so it can be anything. Even intersection, I mean.
It cancels the first skill.
Yeah, cancels.
How it works, I didn't get.
Sorry?
Yeah, this sign, how it works.
So if arrow down, it means before the sign you cannot. Before the sign you cannot park or stand.
Does that mean where the brown car is parked?
It's allowed, yeah.
But a bit backwards, it's not.
We just okay, we basically just have how to say, all the signs that include each other. Let's say.
So let's say this sign, these two signs are not there. Just this sign and showing the arrow, the one arrow.
One arrow, yeah.
And just that's the only sign that is there.
Yeah, if you see only this sign, forget about this two. Then it means you cannot park before the sign only. So after that, you can do that.
You can park after, but you cannot park before.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe.
I got it.
No, I'm just curious why it's not working. Okay. We can put it like this. Maybe better. And this one we can delete. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, then we have quite curious signs also. Interesting signs. I mean, so parking prohibited on odd number dates, and parking prohibited on even number dates.
I'm sorry, what?
Odd and even.
Yeah, but why?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I have never seen these signs in Estonia. I mean, I've not been everywhere, but in places I've been, I've never seen them. But the idea, I think, is especially for summertime, when snow cleaning cars are trying to clean the road, but people park like this all the time, they cannot clean the road. So maybe that's the idea. So if they don't park on, for example, even number dates here, they all park on the left side. So snowmobiles can clean the car on the right side, the road on the right side. Yeah.
Maybe Estonia needs that kind of sign.
Yeah. I mean, maybe somewhere they use it, but yeah, in Tallinn, really, honestly, I've never noticed that. If you ever find it somewhere, you can send me a picture, by the way. As you understand, I'm already asking the students, my students, to make this picture for 1 year, and no one sent it to me yet.
I have a feeling that we have this in Greece because it seems familiar. So I'll look it up.
Okay, thanks. And talking about this, we need to understand when we have to repark the car. you have home office, yeah, you're working distantly, and you never go somewhere. You always live at home and work at home, and in that case, your car is always parked on some site, so you have to change it, right? So there is a rule that you can park your car officially, repark to other site, starting from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. You can change the site. Let's say today is 15, right? 15 of March. So if it's 15 on March, it's odd number, and means we cannot park on this site. But so we have to park on the other sides here. So if it's 15 on March, we have to park here, right? Tomorrow it's 16, so we have to change the side to the left. And when to change? In that case, we have this time space to change it, starting from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m., 2 hours in general. So after 9 p.m., your car today cannot be here anymore. You have to change. That's cool because otherwise you have to wait until it's 000, like midnight, and change it quite late, you know. So that's why they made this rule, like let's change it like somewhere in the evening.
So if you change it like 10 p.m., 11.
It's not allowed. In that case, you can.
You can't change it.
Yeah, I mean you can change it, but officially you can get a penalty already after 9.
After 9, I can get a penalty
Yes.
for leaving it there.
Yeah, or before 7. So from 7 to 9, it's like open sea. You know, you can be on both sides. So you have to change to the correct side.
Right side.
Yes.
Okay, got it. That every day you'll be driving, even if you don't wanna.
Yeah. These signs do not apply to automobiles bearing the red cross, ambulance, performing official duties, and taxis with taximeter switched on also may park there up to 15 minutes. By the way, as you notice, it's still allowed to make standing on both sides. Yeah, because this sign means no parking. This one does not apply to public transport vehicles. No stopping, no parking. This you can try to remember because I think it can be asked on the. All exceptions are usually asked on the road administration exam. All exceptions. And talking about again about the speed limits and stuff, we especially about the speed limits, we should understand when exactly it's going to be when exactly it's going to be cancelled. Speed limit or parking signs, no parking signs. So in the build-up area, after the first crossroad or intersection passed. So after that, it's not valid anymore. Sorry, crossroad. And second rule, to the end of the build-up area. So of course, if you have 30, then you have then you have exit of the city sign. Yeah, end of the city sign. After that, how much you can go by default? 90, right? Then third rule, like to the sign that ends the restriction. Like this. So it was 30, then 30 cancels, then by default it's 50 if it's in the city. And for the distance stated on a panel, so 30, next 100 meters, for example. And you can see it's a little bit different from the number sign we saw before. It's having arrows on the left and the right. Before it was without arrows. So if you see arrows, it means next 100 meters you have to follow this sign. If without arrows, then after 100 meters I have to start following this sign.
Okay. So let's say you see the 30 speed limit, and then this sign with arrows. That means you have to start
Doing this. Yeah.
For the next 100.
Next 100 meters.
Or if without the arrow, it's
After.
the next 100 meters and start following this.
Yes. So if no arrows, for example, and 30, it means after 100 meters you have to drive 30.
30.
Yeah. For example.
So this 30 cancel is no. That's
Yeah, 30 cancels. And after that you should understand you're on the highway or in the city. And then you have to drive by the
50 highway 90.
yeah, default speed.
One slide back.
Sorry?
Could you go one slide back?
One slide back.
Yeah.
This?
Yeah. Here this no entry side. Yeah. It is.
No
it
parking.
Apply for transport, public transport vehicles.
Yes.
It does not apply.
This no parking, no standing does not apply to public transport vehicles. Yes.
But other vehicles they can go.
They cannot.
They cannot. park
They
or
cannot.
stand.
Does not apply mean that public transport can park here,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand.
but other vehicles cannot.
Yeah.
Yes. So these four main rules you should remember, okay? Like crossroad, end of the build-up area, and the restriction sign, and distance. It's in the city, but out of the city it's almost the same but a bit different. So we have to exclude this crossroad rule. You remember I told you in the beginning. So crossroad doesn't cancel the speed limit on the highway out of the city area. Crossroad doesn't work like this anymore. So we have to forget about this rule on the highway. And the other thing we should remember about highways that give way and stop sign, they can cancel the speed limit, for example. So as soon as you see give way sign like this, so you drive 70, then give way cancel the 70 and you can continue 90. If you have no give way sign here, you still have to continue driving 70. But if it's in the city, and it was 30 before, then you can drive 50 because it's a crossroad. So this is how it works.
The default speed limit is 30. No, 30 is not. It's
30
50,
is
70, 90.
50 and 90, 50 in city,
50
90
in the
highway.
city, but if you see the sign of 30, then you drive 30.
Yes. By default, it's 50 if you don't have any other signs in the city. Out of the city, if you don't see any other signs, by default, it's 90. Yeah. Okay. So the same rule, except end of the build-up area and except crossroads. So with these two rules, we can forget. And we have one more new rule related with give way and stop sign. Is it clear? More or less? It's quite important for you in driving especially, so try to remember to remember it. Right. Yeah, area signs. So signs with zonal validity or areal validity, we can say, like ala in Estonian means area, right? Or zone. I saw in UK, for example, they use zone instead of ala, obviously. in US, as far as I remember, they still use area. So as soon as you enter this area, it means that this restriction applies in the whole area, on all crossroads, on all roads, everywhere. So area cannot be cancelled by anything. Area can be cancelled only by this sign.
What this ALE stands for? Area.
Allah means area or zone, yeah. Like zone, you see. Parking zone. Is it visible, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this 381 means what exactly? Like,
Who can tell me what it means then? In the beginning we talk about that.
Is gateway plus no stop.
no, this is not giving away ways.
It's right hand rule.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, the very beginning slide. If we have the same priority on the crossroad, or we don't have any other signs, then this right hand rule applies, you remember? So this sign. But if you have it in zone sign like this, then means all crossroad in this area have right hand rule. All crossroads. So it can be a big area, really, like Nimme area side or Pirita area side. Mostly they are used in residential areas, by the way. Sometimes it's also a combination like of right hand rule and 30. So in case you drive slowly in this area. In official language, you can say it's roads of the same category, so the same priority. That's why we apply the right hand rule there. So then we have area. So everywhere in this area we cannot park or stand. Everywhere. On the left side, neither on the right side, on both sides. Cycle zones only, pedestrian zone only, parking zone. Then we have combination of zones. Then you can see one zone still applies, other zone cancelled. And then cancellation of all these zones. This is clear, right? Okay. Okay. I think let's talk a bit more because last time we kind of made shorter lesson. So is it okay if we talk a bit more about some other signs? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. And then soon we'll finish. So we'll talk till the information facility signs. Okay. I think. Okay, let's see. It seems that maybe it can take more time than I think. As soon as it stops making any sense for you, just tell me, we can finish the lesson, right? Talking about the special regulation signs, maybe you already checked the video about the special regulation signs. So here a few more of them to discuss. Let's take the most important ones. So I think this one is the most important here. So as soon as you cross any border with the country, you will see the general information of the rules in this country. So any country you enter, you will see it on the border. So maybe you can explain it to me even somehow, like it's just some general rules.
like the first one, you're trying to tell you that in the city, like in inbuilt area, like in the city, you can drive maximum 50.
Yeah.
And the other one is like if you're not in this area, if you're like highway, you can drive 90.
Yeah. And this
So,
In the
Your lights
during
on?
the day.
lights on 24 hours. Yeah.
Wait, you leave your lights on 24 hours?
Yeah.
Like the car lights on?
Lights. Yeah. Car lights. The front lights, obviously.
Wait, they are on 24 hours? I just want to know. Just a question.
I mean, it means when you drive, of course.
You have to put on your light. Even
Always.
during the
Evening
day.
and daytime, morning doesn't matter.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
It's mandatory in Estonia.
Okay.
In some countries, I think in southern countries, like Italy, Greece, or Spain, I suppose, it's not mandatory to, as far as I know, it's not mandatory to carry during the daytime.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like, even in
But
Nigeria, same thing.
here,
Huh?
I don't see many cars.
I don't see many cars turning on the lights during the day. That's why I'm like confused.
No, now you,
This is
it's not.
nights. I mean, during the day, I
No,
do
now
not really see.
when you go tomorrow somewhere, just look carefully. Every car has light. You might see not, you might not see the lights behind, maybe of the car, but front lights are always on. Front
Is it
lights
only
always.
for winter?
No,
Mm.
24/7.
Every day, summer, winter, spring, autumn, day and night, always we have to use these lights.
I'm
Yeah.
going to check.
Yes,
I'm going to look. 'Cause
yes, yes.
I don't notice.
It's you can get a penalty for that if you don't use it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, people don't want to get penalty. That's why they use it, of course. It's one thing, but most important thing that it's for safety, because it's very hard to see without the lights. Because I've been driving in some southern countries, and really, even during the daytime, it's hard for me to see the cars in the mirrors when I want to change the lane. So, to be honest, I don't support this idea not to use lights during the daytime. But in some countries, they have this rule, and people use it, even in night sometimes. So, because no one cares, I guess. But yeah, here it's always mandatory. Even in Germany, by the way, I know it's not so south, but still they have the same rule. They you don't have to use the lights during the daytime in Germany. Here it's always mandatory. And you said correctly. So as soon you know that general speed in by default 50 in the city and 90 out of the city. In some countries it's different. It's like 60 in the city and 100 out of the city, for example. These yellow signs, you can say that they are temporary, but they are not, because they have casual signs inside of them. So the meaning of this one is like just reminding. Meldetuletus means a reminder. So some areas are not very easy to understand if you drive in the city or not, and this reminder will be somewhere nearby to inform you about that. Okay? Any questions regarding that? No?
Is there any difference between these two pictures, EST? And one is with.
I think there's no actual difference. They just have different. Maybe it's because the age of production or something. That's in some places they were changed according to European standards, but in some places not. So that's the only difference. But they have the same meaning still.
Is it the speed limit of the quiet areas always 20 kilometers?
It's a reminder, yeah. Calm traffic area by default 20.
Always 20.
Yes.
And the two blue signs above the Hoya Piki Vahet
Yes.
means
Keep the distance between cars, yeah. And road user charge. So again, in some countries they charge you for using the high motorways.
What about the hand?
Hand.
Stop.
Stop? Yeah. Just stop here. And Estonian state border.
Alright. Wait, I didn't get that first. The road users charge? Like they charge
Yeah.
to
Did you know that?
no?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot, actually.
As far as I know, it's only maybe a few countries in Europe that are free to drive.
Oh wow.
Yes. In all other
Is Estonia free to drive?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Baltic states, Finland, some Sweden, also, but all other countries, even like south and west, they all use charges for using the motorways.
Spain.
How do you pay?
France.
Right.
I will show you.
Like every specific amount of kilometers, then you.
No, I mean, how do you make the payments?
I will show you.
I mean, in some countries there are like actual people.
Mm.
Let's say
So you have kind of
toll
this.
gates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I
You come to
understand.
this, you just put your card,
You
it's
pay
like
money and
beep,
go.
and you go. They
It's
take.
like a toll gates kind of fee.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I get it now because
yeah.
they charge you to just drive.
You can also have a sticker with a QR code that
Yeah.
charges you automatically once you pass the automatic
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
bars.
get it now because
If you have some monthly ticket, then as far as I know, they have special orders.
Right.
Like it's cheaper.
It's cheaper, but it's special queue where you just
you
pass.
have to pass
Yes,
because
it's fast.
it's easier.
They see your number plate.
Okay, so it's gonna just open and you can just
Yes.
pass. Just like at the airport, I think if you're a boat driver or a cruise driver, they see your number plate.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Just go.
Yeah, the same.
So these are specific for boarding crossing, right?
Sorry.
These previous signs, they're specific for the border crossing.
Like it's only in the border.
Only on the these signs you will see only when you cross the customs. Yeah, the border.
Like general information.
We have some question in the chat. So some common traffic areas show 30. When do you know when to use 30 and 20 when there is no speed limit indicated? No. A common traffic area, if you see this blue sign, it's always 20 by default. Always. It's never 30 if you enter this area. Never. It's by default 20 all the time. Different construction work indications. Just giving you some information about when, where, how long, like when it's going to be ready. What, in that case, Pärnu month, it's Pärnu highway closed and dates until what and starting for what date. For example, a traffic jam ahead in 3 kilometers after. And stuff like that. So the information about paying machines for the parking. Tunnel suletud means tunnel closed. Yeah. And this sign in general means that you can enter the right lane one by one order. One by one order. So the cars on the right, they have to give you a chance to change the lane also. No, not this. Yeah, this. So if you enter, you have to enter between two cars, and the car behind you should give you a chance to change the lane like this. By the way, but it's not mandatory. It's like recommended. Then we have some traffic patterns. It means just how to, let's say you cannot go left here, right? And it's showing you the scheme how to go that direction, in fact. Привет.
Have you ever seen that in Estonia?
Yes,
Really?
yes, yeah. This is quite common because we, especially in summer, we had a lot of construction. That's the problem. Okay, now the funny part. So we have to understand how to direct ourselves on the highways when we drive in the cities. Usually we have different directions, and these signs, they help us to understand which way we have to go on a junction. You remember, junction is like big stuff with a lot of floors and roads over. So as soon as you know you need to go to Tallinn, so it means, okay, I go straight. Some other way like Vidna, so in that case I have to go to the junction road up, and in after that it will direct me left. So if you see that it's blue, it's having, if you remember from the special regulation sign video, the difference between colors on the special regulation signs. So blue one means you're on the highway, out of the city. White one means you are in the city. Yellow is temporary, yeah. This color thing is only related with special regulation signs, yeah? So we don't talk about mandatory signs, they're all blue. One-way signs, they're also all blue. It's not related with that. So mandatory signs and one-way signs, they always will be blue, not depending on the area. But special regulation signs, they change the color depending where they are located, on the highway or in the city. Keep in mind these road numbers as well. Later we'll talk about it. Like this. Road numbers. So sometimes we also have roundabouts, like showing us which exit, which way goes. Like here it's for example, if I want to go to Harku direction, in that case you see it's 1, 2, 3, third exit, right? Saku, first exit. Tallinn, fourth exit. And again, you remember we had before some additional panels under these meters, you remember?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's inside on these signs. So after 150 meters, we have to, we will reach the roundabout and we have to go the direction we want to go. Okay? Clear?
So what's the 154?
After 150 meters,
Yeah.
after this sign, I will reach roundabout, in fact.
Okay, that's what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not immediately here. It's after 150 meters. Yes. Then we also have, one second, where are the road? Yeah, road numbers here. Then we also this kind of, we have also this kind of signs. They are, we use them usually for simple crossroads, not for junctions. Simple crossroads like left, right, straight. So you can see, okay, straight this road number, left this way, right is this this city. If you will see the brown one like this, it means it's kind of a place of interest, like church or mosque or something. So in that case, or some castle maybe also, museums and stuff, yeah. Now you can notice that we have numbers on the left and on the right side. So numbers on the left. Now we can talk a bit about that. So the meaning of the number is the name of the road. Sorry, the number of the road. So sometimes you even don't have to know the name of the road if you know the number of this road.
So you can say Highway 61.
Sorry?
Maybe like if
I wrote 60.
Highway 61 or
Yeah,
Highway
yes. Yeah. Yeah, like in US, it's quite famous in the movies. Yeah, like they always say like Road 69 or something. When it's the same everywhere actually, not only in US, by the way.
Well, why does it have like two numbers though? It's 7 and 61, like let's say in town.
It means that two roads are intersecting somewhere or otherwise dividing.
Okay.
So if you go straight, you will have like, after that you will have two roads connecting with your road, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you want to say what number is your road right now? That's like you're straight. Is it the first number or the second number?
In that case, it's 87.
That's the first number. Okay.
Because this one, you see, it's also have
Like
solid, sorry, breakable line.
breakable lines,
Yeah, it means your road 27 will cross with the road number 61.
Okay.
It will cross like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you will, after that, you will need to go to 61. You have to turn somewhere, left or right. If you have both solid, like here, 3 and E264, it means that in the beginning it's going to be a road number 3. After that, it will be road number E264.
Like
The
the road changes name.
road changed the number, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Why change the number? Because the road also changed the type. The other thing here, that we also have different colors of numbers, right? So, for example, E and green, it means it's European standard road. If it's just simply red, then it's having like less benefits, but still like good highway, let's say.
And you said the red?
Sorry?
The red stands for what?
It's not European standard road, but it's casual, let's say good quality highway. Then after that, like it's having less quality, let's say. After that goes yellow and then white. So mainly, as far as I remember, they have 4 numbers. Let me go back here. Yeah, 4 numbers. 4 colors, sorry. And of course, depending on the color and type of the road, they also take care about this road more or less. For example, obviously, if it's winter comes, mainly they clean European standard roads first. After that, they will clean red ones. It's like highways, and then yellow, and then whites. Yeah, it's basically color means priority, and the type of the level of the road, let's say. So green is the best like way, like because it's European standard, and then less and less. We also have question in this picture. Does it mean that the road 62 is not on the highway because of the white color? Yeah, you're right. So it shows you that if you turn left, you will enter the city. You see Kesklin, it means city center after 2 kilometers. So this road goes to city center, road number. After that, you will see numbers on the right side. I mean, with the road numbers, it's clear now, right? More or less. Then we have numbers on the right side. It's distance in that case. So if I go straight, I will reach Tartu in 48 kilometers. Okay? Like here, you can see. No, it will be too loud. Sorry?
What about the yellow number? What it's 65?
It's a less priority highway. Yeah. Sometimes they can even be without road marking, for example. And usually they have narrow highways, you know, so. Then, considering all these signs, we also have private property signs. So, for example, Rimu village. So this is the, sorry, not village, it's farm. So it's private farm. Then the name of the road, like the name of the, you remember we talked about that. And like if you see the name of the street, then probably it's a crossroad. Yeah, so this kind of panels you will see when you drive. Simple place of the name, place of the river, name of the lake it can be also sometimes, so these kind of things. Here you can see all these road numbers and kilometer sign. One. So it's even possible that you will see only road number without any directions. So it means that you're located on that road number. But kilometer sign, they are usually very small. Will I find it here? No, I think. Usually they are very small. So imagine you drive to Riga, right? So it's nearby capital in Latvia. So if you drive to Riga direction and you know it, so this sign will be telling you, okay, now to Riga left 235 kilometers. Just small sign on the road sometimes you can find. Then mandatory direction for the trucks where they have to move if they carry dangerous goods, or if they are not more than 8 tons. In that case, they also can go these directions. If there are more, then they cannot. Direction for buses. Public events. Different directions for public events. For example, we have some. Sometimes we have rally competitions in Estonia, and it's really hard to find somewhere in the forest where people drive and come to watch this rally, right? So these signs will help you to get to the place and to the parking, for example, like here, and yeah, basically it just directs you. But this one are yellows, you see. This one, you can guess, they are for construction works. The same. Some road is blocked, and these signs will help you to get away from this blocked road and continue your driving in your direction you wish to go. Sometimes we also have these kind of schemes. They say, okay, if I go straight, road is blocked, no entry. So I have to overtake it somehow. Here, no vehicles allowed, you see? The sign you already know. So if I want to continue driving in Tartu direction, I have to go to the Kozi city first, and then go back to the Tartu highway. Like this also. So if I want to go to Mariama region, so I have to go to Pärnu direction first, then Mariama. If big highways are closed, you will see this kind of schemes not allowing you to go, and in that case you have to go through the dividing strip to oncoming traffic. But during the construction, of course, it's not oncoming traffic, so you can use it. And when you are going back, you will see no entry. You see it's on the right side if you continue straight, so it means that direction you cannot go, but this direction you can. So it's related with the question we had before, if it's in the middle. You see now it's in the middle. So you follow it only if it's on the right side of yours. So it means this direction I cannot go, but I can go this direction. Because if it's not allowed to drive here, it should be also here. No entry sign. That's the logic. It's informing you about the upcoming traffic controller and how to pass the way for pedestrians. Let me check. Okay, maybe we can stop with this one because we need also quickly to check the 2 tests, right? So next time we will continue with this information science. It's quite short here, so no worries. Okay. Let's go for the tests. It was 2 of them, right? So the first one, second one. Okay. Regarding the theory lesson, everything is clear more or less, or you still have some questions maybe? Anyway, you can ask me later also. Then, first question, is this a road?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. How many carriageways do you see here?
2.
Two
2
carriage.
carriageways, yeah. Do you need the explanation why? No?
Because there is strip dividing.
Dividing strip, yeah. How do you define a parking area?
Roads.
Road, yes. What is dividing strip?
Green.
Can you maybe maximize the video?
Yeah, sure.
It's not
It's
visible, yeah.
a physical barrier.
Perfect.
Can be landscape. Yeah. The second.
3 questions are similar. 3 answers.
Yeah, that's the point. They look like similar, but they're not actually. So the same questions you will have on the exam. You have to think always twice before you answer.
I think I selected the road map and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, then it is second.
Yeah, so correct is physical barrier. Yeah. Green strip, it's also like can be green strip. It's also like physical barrier. But you see what's the next answer? It separates carriageway and sidewalk. So it means this part and this part.
Yeah.
So it cannot be dividing strip. So read to the end. So correct answer is physical barrier. This crossroad is regulated or not?
Not regulated.
No, it's not regulated. So such a big picture. Which car will be the last in the situation of passing the crossroad?
Maybe.
Yeah, B will be the last. Yeah. So B is the last one because of the right-hand rule here. What's the maximum allowed speed limit for the gray car?
50.
Why 50?
Because you just passed the. Wait.
What you pass this?
Okay.
Is it crossroad?
No.
No. And this?
That's not crossroad.
Correct.
It's not a crossroad.
Yeah, so it continues with the 30.
Yeah, so it's 30, yeah.
Continues with the 30 until it gets to the crossroad.
Only here it's a crossroad, so after that you can go 50.
After.
After, yeah. Okay, this one is clear, I suppose. Let's go for the second. How many, okay, maybe we have to zoom out a bit.
Yeah. Zoom in.
How many carriageway crossings can you see here? One crossing, right?
Yeah, one carriage.
Carriageway crossing is this, yeah, border in the middle. Yeah, 30 was correct. Correct. Here, how many carriageway crossings?
2.
Yes, 2. Is it clear for now, by the way, for you? Yeah. Okay. Is it allowed for a pedestrian to pass the carriageway in that situation?
No.
No.
It's 100
Because of-
meters.
No, because of the dividing strips actually.
Yeah, because of the dividing strip, yes.
Because if there's no dividing strips, it can't cross.
Yeah,
So this was the mistake that I made.
yes.
I did not realize about the dividing
Yes.
strips and I just said yes.
That's also a tricky question, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than 100 meters, so usually you can go in that case. But if it's dividing strip or any other barrier, it's not allowed. Yeah, yeah. So it's no. Which way can the red car go?
Newton and left. That's the C option.
U-turn, left,
straight.
Straight.
That's the see, like the red card. You're talking about the red card. It's the last
card,
option.
U and left. The
Okay,
red
you
card,
turn and left.
because it has the traffic light, the arrow in green.
And it does not have a priority.
Yes.
It has to give away
Yes.
Why not straight?
because it's red.
Because the main is the traffic light is red.
Ah,
It's
okay.
only giving the sign of
So you
red.
cannot straight and red right you cannot go.
But if it was green, it could go.
You yeah, red if it's green then red car could go straight.
Yeah.
Yes. We also have some answer in the chat. Yeah, you and left. That's true. Okay, you and left, but without giving away or giving the way to another drivers.
Without.
Without giving.
Without.
Without.
So this is correct.
No, like it's the last one.
So means
He has
giving
to
the
give
way.
away, definitely. He has to give because
But here
it
no
is
sign.
red.
Yes,
That means it doesn't have priority.
Yes,
If
that's-
it's green, it has priority.
that's true. Yeah, because the main traffic light is red.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can go left or U-turn. But you have to give way to everyone.
To everyone.
Yes. This one is clear, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. In the chat, correct answers.
The meaning of
The what is the meaning of this sign?
Yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
yellow light.
What if he shows red light, by the way?
Red light is
Red
what's
light
that
is
sign
like
again?
this, just
Standing.
It's standing.
With the face or back, yeah. So he can be two sides.
yeah.
But green light? If he shows what he do.
I think it does something like this.
Yeah.
He can show
It's
you
not like
Like
this.
this.
Like move ahead.
if he allows you to go left or right, yes. But if simply straight, for example, he just have to stand with the side.
Stand, like stand,
Stand
like
on the
side.
With the side, yeah.
The side.
With the side to you, like right or left shoulder to you,
Yeah, like opening
opening the road, yeah.
the road.
Imagine he is a gate, yeah. Yeah.
What about red light? How he will point?
Road left, he just stay like this to face to you,
Like,
like this, yeah. He's standing,
Standing.
Yeah.
Hands down.
like a soldier.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Can you repeat again? Because yeah, this the green arrow. Because I don't remember which is the sign for giving away and for not giving away.
So
The priority.
it's no sign for giving away here.
yeah.
Okay.
It's like when they make
It's just the combination of lights,
Mm-hmm.
which is telling you that you have to give away
Yeah.
Yeah.
only.
But if the main one
It's
and
green.
the arrow are green, I don't have to give away.
No,
Yes.
because you have priority.
Yeah.
Yes.
Priority.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so then it's clear.
Yes.
Okay, this time you don't have homework test, but next time, you will make it. So for now, just homework videos, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then, thank you for watching and see you next Wednesday, right?
Can we access the presentation as well or no?
Only in videos, yeah.
Okay.
Do you think you need these presentations?
What presentation?
This
The one I showed to you.
Oh.
In fact, I think it's fine. We can see it in the videos.
Because honestly, we'll get lost if I simply give you this presentation because we have some drafts there and stuff.
Okay.
I think it will be,
No,
yeah.
I think the videos are pretty useful.
You think so?
I have a
Yeah,
question.
definitely.
I have a question about there is this what's the name of that lab stuff that you shared?
Liquid lab,
The
yeah.
site, yeah. So I opened it, I signed up, but just a quick question. Do you have to put like the name of the school there? Or something?
You can put the name, yeah, definitely, because otherwise I will not find you after, because I need to, in this system I will generate you the
The test at the end of
test, yeah.
But okay, now like we can actually. But when I opened it, I checked the stuff. It's showing like there are demos, but they're the ones that you have to pay. We have to pay for it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
I'm kind of confused about.
Ah, this
You
is
mean
when
the lab?
enrolling for the test.
You mean
But
the
yeah,
lab?
the labs.
But what about the group number? Is it 3?
I don't know the group number.
No, you don't need any group number anywhere there. I mean, if it will request somehow, I can join you to to some group, but it's not required anyway. You just can learn that personally there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we have a group for you formed in the road administration already, so
Okay.
so it's not necessary to have it there. So yeah, just keep practicing it there as well, and it should be fine. And
the lab is compulsory or
it's not. It's like additional book you buy,
okay?
to learn. But I still
the-
advise to have it.
Yeah, the portal that you are going to take exam, it is another.
It's the
portal.
same.
It's the same, but it's we can make exam there for free.
Okay.
It's Legal Sub allows us to do that.
Okay.
Can you say
We
that
can only
for me?
pay for the access
Subscription.
to all those,
Subscription, yeah.
But the state exam will not be conducted through that.
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
State
State
exam.
State exam will be in the road administration, of course,
Physical.
physically. But it's almost the same like in this program. That's why it's quite good.
How long does it take for the exam actually?
Sorry?
How long does the exam take normally?
30 minutes.
How many questions?
40.
And how many do you have to fail?
Huh?
You can only fail how many?
5 mistakes.
Only 5 mistakes.
Yeah.
That means you have to get 35 and
Correct answers, yeah.
five answers have to be correct at least.
No overthinkers and
And you have 30 minutes to answer them?
Yes. For 40 questions, yeah.
You have 30 minutes for 40 questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they have like multiple choice.
I think it's multiple choice.
No, it's only one answer. Only one answer for every question.
Every question, not like
Not
choose
multiple
all-
answers.
But you have like ABC.
It's ABC.
ABC usually, yeah. Sometimes only A and B actually.
Okay.
In Legal Lab they make it a little bit harder even. A bit.
Okay.
Sometimes 4 options, but in road administration it's usually 2 or 3 options. So you choose one and that's it. You don't have to choose multiple answers.
And how long does the driving itself take if you want to do after doing the test, the writing
State
test?
driving exam, you
State
mean?
driving exam. So
It takes
practical.
practical driving exam, you mean?
How long does it take for them to like okay?
60 minutes.
good. And 1 hour.
1 hour, yeah. 60 minutes for the exam.
You'll be driving with somebody for 60 minutes.
Yes.
So same year, but same year. Yeah?
Yeah. And no, here we do it a little bit longer, to be honest.
Okay.
It's like 75 or 90 minutes.
Well, you have 26 lessons to learn.
Yes.
So how soon can we start the practicing?
If you have health
they
certificate, so I think even now, because we passed the main topics.
did this stuff.
Yeah.
And one has to pay the 240 first, like installment payment.
Yeah, through the school account, yeah.
So it's
Anyway,
not
as soon as you're ready to start, anyway, just let me know. I have to send you some additional information regarding it.
information.
Yeah,
I
because
have done the
Health
doctor
certificate.
the health certificate already.
that's cool.
I send
Me
also.
too.
Yes.
That's good. Okay. So I mean, if you want, you can start right away.
Sorry.
Maybe
So
next
you just
week.
have to send you an email and you just like the,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Can you pick the days you want to come for the lesson?
The thing is that you can, according to your schedule, I will try to manage your teacher for you, and then you should contact with him directly.
Okay.
So, to find a better day, so to practice. So usually I recommend anyway to take at least 2 meetings per week, right? It will be better. So if you have one meeting,
Lessons per week.
2 meetings per week, it means 4 lessons, because one meeting covers 2 lessons, 90 minutes. If we talk about one lesson, it's like academic hour, right? It's 45
Yeah.
academic hour,
Alright.
but we take 90, so 2
Like,
academic
so
hours
2 lessons in one day.
per meeting, yeah, per
Okay.
one day, yeah.
Okay.
That's
So like you're driving for 90 minutes.
yeah. So per week you cover 4 lessons, and it's like for 3 hours per week. It's the minimum I recommend. So you can take more if teacher have flexibility for that also. So and you have.
And theory lessons here are 7 weeks, right? So
Yeah.
this is our
Third week.
Almost halfway.
Yes.
Yeah, 4.
Lessons here for 7 weeks. So we passed already 3 weeks. Now 4 left.
So it's after the lesson we're going to do the test.
Yeah.
Yes. after the final lesson, you will have 4 more weeks to prepare if you want for the theory test. Yes.
We need to register somewhere, I'm guessing. because
For-
I haven't done it. Everybody else seems to have done it already.
The lab.
Where can I find this? Because I didn't.
It's Liklos Lab, yeah. So it's here. I sent in.
The first.
It's in the material that you sent in the first email.
I think yeah, it should be there.
I'll check it.
Yeah. If not, just let me know. Okay, I will send it to you. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yep. You're welcome. Yeah, regarding the slides, if I will try to export it to PDF if it's possible. So I think yeah. And if you need it, I will send it. But honestly, I don't think it will make any sense. Yeah. I think it's more important to watch this and practice tests.
Yeah. I mean, you have all the explanation in the videos also because, like, most of the slides are only with pictures. There is no way you're gonna understand without
Yeah.
the explanation.
That's the problem. Yeah. So if you look at this, you will not understand what's the meaning of that. Yep. So and all sign explanations, these explanations you can find also in Liklos Lab, by the way. In the book, they have book and tests there, online book and online tests. So
The subscription covers it.
yes, so you will have if you go to the topic with related with science, you will find every name of the science. So it's quite like yeah comfortable in my opinion. Okay, so we can finish for now, right?
Yes.
Is the video still going on?
Yeah, the stream is still going on. I have to close it up.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. See you, guys. See you.